We have a guest this morning, and everyone that's on Zoom is probably like, why is he doing that again? Because I forgot to hit record on my phone for YouTube. So anyways, so let's go ahead and we're gonna start our warm-up with arm circles. We do have a lot of shoulder work today, or not necessarily shoulder, but we have a lot of upper body work today. All right, so arms out to the side. All right, arm circles, we'll go 20 forward here. And then 20 backwards. Go ahead and switch if you haven't already. And it doesn't have to be 20 exact, just somewhere close. Just so we can feel the shoulder complex starting to warm up and heat up a little bit. Then fingertips down, big circles, nice and slow here. Take your time on the first 10, and then you can start speeding it up a little bit on the second 10. Just try to open that chest up, open those shoulders, keep those shoulders nice and warm. And we can pick that speed up just a little bit here before we go into the other direction. Nice and slow for 10. And then pick it up a little bit. We're not trying to fly away here, just trying to warm up the shoulders. All right, now we're gonna alternate back and forth 10 times. Getting that, reaching up nice and tall here. Don't just kind of, fly through it. Reach up tall, reach up tall. We got some shoulder pressing today. So make sure our finished position on those shoulder press or shouldered overhead are here, not out here in front of us, all right? Now take both hands behind you and then up. 10 times. Slightly different stretch than the other one. Feel a little bit more in the front delts. And then we're going to go side to side here 10 times. And now we're going to go one hand out, palm up, one hand out, palm down, and we're just going to alternate right here through the shoulder complex and just get a little rotation in, warming up it a little bit. We're going to do 20 here, or somewhere close to that. And if you're awake and you're in the groove, you can kind of just walk like an Egyptian to it, kind of. I don't know, being stupid. I got way too much sleep, I think. Yep. Way different than Monday's workout, where I came in half asleep. All right, so now let's make our way down to our mats or onto the floor. We're gonna be on our hands and knees. All right, and just like we started out on Monday, we're gonna do our thread the needle. All right, actually we're gonna start out with cat-cows first, all right? So, nice deep breath in, drive the hips back, chest up, deep breath in. And on your exhale, push that spine all the way towards the ceiling, pull the hips underneath, get as much height as you can, and then slowly back into that cow, and back into that cat. We're gonna do 5 here. Going on your breath. All right, now, and we're gonna stay on our hands and knees here and go into that thread the needle. So what we're gonna do first to loosen up the thoracic spine, you can stay that way if you want. That way you can see it in 2 different directions. All right, so we're gonna reach up with the right, probably gonna be a little tight. All right, reach back down and reach up. Reach back down, reach up, reach back down, reach up. We're gonna do 5 of these. before we go into our thread the needle. So on the last one, we'll come up, thread the needle all the way through, reach all the way through, shoulder head to the ground. We're gonna hold here for about 10 seconds. And then we're gonna go right back up, reaching up towards the ceiling or sky, and then right back through. As soon as the head and shoulder hit the ground, come right back out of it and twist again. And we're gonna do 3 more here. It's 1, 2, and 3. Bring that hand to the ground, and the other side. So reach up, hand to the ground, reach up, hand to the ground. 2 more. And then come all the way through and just hang out down here at the bottom for about 10 seconds. Shoulders all the way to the ground. Ear is the side of the head's to the ground. Hips are up in the air. Just breathe. And if you have asthma or allergies, just do your best to breathe. All right, now we're gonna reach all the way up and then thread it through 5 times. All right, once you're done with your 5, coming back to our hands and knees here, make sure those wrists are right up underneath your shoulders. The knees are right up underneath your hips. We don't want to be shifted back here like this. We also don't want to be too far forward. Going into our bird dogs, all right? Right arm out and trying to get it up. I noticed on Monday, my arm was down here like this, just kind of hanging out. And we want to try to get it up here, especially today since we have a lot of upper body work. So reach that arm out, try to get that shoulder or bicep next to your ear. Straighten the left leg out. Remember, make sure those hips are even, right? Reaching up nice and tall, punching back with the heel. Bring the elbow and knee together, and then extend. And when I say extend, that doesn't mean just straighten the arm out. Extend the arm out, reach out in front of you, get height, drive that thumb towards the air so that your bicep finishes next to your ear. Then bring it back in, and then back out. This is going to be our finishing position when we do our overhead today. A couple more here. Do 1 more. And hold that. Bring the knee and hand back down. Going to the other side. All right, extend that arm all the way out. Reach out in front of you. Pressing this other hand into the floor. Take that right leg back. Make sure those hips aren't opened up here like this. Keep them nice and level. Bring everything in. Extend out. Reaching with the fingertips, pressing with the heel. Come all the way back in and back out. In, out, in, and out, in, out. 2 more here. Hold and rest. All right. So we're going to continue with the core and shoulders. So we're going to come face down here. We're going to do some I's and T's. So we're going to put the hands way up overhead, foreheads on the ground. And all we're going to do is lift our hands off the ground 10 times. And then we're going to go out into a Y 10 times, and then out into a T 10 times. All right, so I'm going to turn this way. So Tiffany and I aren't battling hands. All right, so all the way out, And here we go. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's gonna burn. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Out into a T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so while we're here, we're just going to do a few light scorpions. Don't get crazy with it. We're just gonna open up the hip. All right, and instead of a scorpion where you're like reaching way, way back, I wanna come into this kind of shoulder stretch here. Just keep the leg here. Then we're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. So stretching the shoulder out just a little, and we're gonna make it dynamic. So we're not gonna hold it very long. And just go side to side 10 times, 5 on each side. I think I have 3 more here. All right, and stay right where you are. We're gonna go right back to those IYs and Ts. This time, we're gonna do 3 quick ones and then hold for 5 seconds. All right, so this is what it looks like. We're gonna be here, go 1, 2, 3, and hold. The isometric hold for 5 seconds. And then we're gonna go to our Ys and to our Ts. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Take those hands out to a Y. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Back down to a T. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Keep your hands up. Come all the way overhead again. 3 more I's. And hold. Keep the hands off the ground. Into a Y. 3 times. And hold. Bring those hands down into a T. 3 quick ones. And hold. All right, and now we're going to bring our hands underneath our armpits, and we're going to press out into a plank. We're going to drive our hips back into a downward dog and start working on loosening that lower body up. So alternate those heels to the ground 10 times. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk our toes all the way up to our hands. All right, hang out here, widen your feet just a little bit. We're going to shift our weight to the right, then to the left, right, to the left, right, to the left, hands back to the center, walk back into plank. All right, go into our low push-up. We're gonna press up into an up dog. So a little bit of a yoga flow here. Flip the toes down into a downward dog. Drive those heels towards the ground a couple times. Walk the feet to the hands. Widen your feet out just a little bit. Going to the right. Walking it over to the left. Walking it back over to the right. We're not holding these very long. We're just dynamically waking everything up. Okay, one more time to the right. One more time back over to the left. Bring those hands to center. Step back into plank. Coming down nice and low into our up dog or cobra. Put the toes down. Back into downward dog. All right. So now, when we walk our hands up, nice and slow, I want you to gradually get your feet a little bit wider, like you're gonna go into a squat stance. Grab underneath your toes, all right? We're gonna drop the butt down, keep the chest up, hang on to those toes, and now we're just going to drive the hips up and let the head drop. Back into our squat. You can use your elbows or triceps and drive the knees out here, opening up the hips. And drive the hips back up, drop the head down, back down into our squat. Keep that chest up, drive the knees out, drive the hips up, back down, drive those knees out, keep that head and chest up, drive the hips up, head down. We're gonna do one more here. Down into our squat, drive the knees out, the chest up, rock side to side a couple times, opening up those hips a little bit more. Drive the hips up, plant the hands, step back into plank. All right, here we're gonna go into mountain climbers. Just start warming the body up here. So we're gonna bring that knee all the way in, 20 times. And now, flip over on your back. Since we're already down here. Still taking care of the hamstrings, because we're starting off with that today. All right, hands out to the side, flex your toes back towards you. We're bringing that leg all the way up. 10 times on one side. Try to keep the glutes on the ground. Try to keep that bottom leg on the ground. And also keep the legs as straight as you can. All right, other leg. All right, slide those heels back. We got 10 glute bridges here. So keep your hands down, about a 45-degree angle, shoulders on the ground. Drive the hips up. And we're gonna do 5 here with both feet on the ground. And then we're gonna take the right leg, extend it out. Do 5 more on the left side. Set the right foot down, extend that left leg out. 5 on the right. All right, now, straighten those legs back out. We're gonna bring our elbows up underneath our shoulders. And we're just gonna do some hip bridges here from the reverse plank position. All right, so we're gonna, are you laughing over there, Tiffany? All right, so we're gonna be here, shoulders are active, drive the hips up, set the hips down. Drive the hips up, set them down. We're gonna do 5 more here. All right, when you're done, go ahead and roll back over onto your stomach. And we're gonna do some Superman and then swimmers. Right, and the swimmers is just gonna be the upper body. So our Supermans are gonna be here, come up, both feet, hands and feet, all the way up, coming down nice and slow. We're gonna do 10, all right? Here we go. 1, hold for a second at the top, nice and slow down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna hold this top. We're gonna bring the hands down and then punch back out into an I, out into a Y, a T, down to the side. Keep that glute active, all right? And just think about swimming here. Really firing those glutes up, hamstrings, core is nice and tight. We're gonna do 4 more here. And go ahead and relax. Go ahead and come up on our hands and knees. Widen the knees out just a little bit. We're gonna draw back into a child's pose. Just stretch that back out a little. Shift your hips side to side. Right? So, that's our warm up. Took about 13 minutes. We're only a minute or 2 over. So, but Our strength is pretty short. We got 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of reps on both strength circuits, and we're only doing 3 sets, and there's only 2 exercises. All right, so if you add that up, well, we got 1:15 rest, so I think it's 9 minutes, 9 minutes. And then we have our grind, 20-minute grind. Lost my train of thought for a second, all right? So our first movement is a long leg march, all right? So on this long leg march, we're gonna be here, kind of like our hip bridge, all right? This is the prescribed or how it's written. We drive the hips up, keep the legs straight, and we lift the legs up just a little bit, keeping the butt off the ground, really working those glutes, core, hamstrings. All right, another variation of that is coming into reverse plank and lifting. Another variation of that will be reverse plank, just like we did in the warm-up. Those little hip dips, or just hold reverse plank. We're doing 45 seconds of work there, 15 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna stand up, come to our feet, and do bicep curls. All right, so if you have a light weight, that's fine. You'll just do more reps. You'll come here, curl all the way up, extend those arms all the way down, keep your core tight, glutes are engaged. All right, so go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need to. As I dump water everywhere. If you have a slam ball, remember our slam ball, you're just going to be here and you're still doing you're still doing curls. All right? In that same position. All right, so we're going in 10 seconds here. We're doing those long leg marches, shoulders on the ground, drive the hips up, and march. Keep that belly button pulled in. Keep that core nice and tight. Don't let your butt hit the ground. Modify into a reverse plank with a hip thrust or just a reverse plank. But we want to work on being in this reverse position here, or hip bridge type of position. Because it's something we don't work enough. So if you're really struggling with it, it'll tell you that you need to do a little bit more work with it. 5 more seconds here. And rest. All right. Going up to our bicep curls. You got 45 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and go. You can slide this way a little bit. Keep those elbows pinched to your sides. Don't let them flare out here like this. We don't want this. All right? We want to work the biceps. You're going to get anywhere from 12, 15 reps here. All right? If you have a lighter weight for you, or you might get 20. 10 more seconds. And rest. So we're going to take 1:15 here. Shake that out a little bit. So we're starting off nice and slow. A body weight movement that's going to challenge you a little bit. A simple weighted movement before we get to a little bit more complex stuff. I will say, if you didn't do yesterday's workout, it was actually about 10 minutes of fun. 150 swings, right? We have about 30 more seconds here. You start off with 15 sit-ups, get up, do as many swings as you can to the top of the minute. Every minute on the minute, 15 sit-ups. That's a nice little burner. Nice, quick. Yes. So, if you're not into tomorrow's workout, you can go back and do Tuesday's workout. Because tomorrow's gonna be fun too. All right, let's go back down to the ground here. Shoulders on the ground, feet together. Bridge those hips up, and let's march. When you're marching, that heel that's on the ground, you're driving that into the ground, activating those hamstrings and glutes. If you're feeling this in your lower back, then go to more of the hip bridge, or make sure you're keeping your belly button pulled in, all right? And you're not arching or overarching when you're in this position. Might be a natural tendency to do one of these types of things and arch up too much. Keep that rib cage pulled down as much as you can. 5 more seconds here. And rest. All right. Going back to our bicep curls. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here, you want to make sure that belly button's pulled in. When you pull that weight up, glutes are engaged. That way we're not swinging the weight up. We're pulling the weight up. If your weight's really light here, curl up, 1, 2, 3 seconds down, okay? Trust me, it'll get heavy quick doing that. 15 more seconds. Let's do one more rep here. And rest a minute 15. So, for those of you that may be feeling those marches in your back, what I'm talking about, while we have a minute here, is when you're here, you don't want to lead with your chest and and arch your back out. You want to keep your belly button pulled in, keep your rib cage pulled in, and you want to just lift your butt up. And you want to march in this position here. If you arch, drive your hips up too high to where there's not a line from your shoulders to your hips to your ankle, you're gonna create tension in your low back, all right? The other reason you might be feeling it there is because your glutes might be tight, your hamstrings might be tight. So you might wanna work on a little bit of mobility. Join us for yoga or mobility work on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we got 15 seconds here. Going back to those long leg marches or straight leg marches. All right, 3, 2, 1. Bridge those hips up and march. Let's see, when I lift my right leg, I can feel it a little bit in my lower back, and that side is usually tighter than my left side. And that's one of the reasons that I feel it there. So I'm really trying to focus on keeping my core tight, my belly button pulled in every time I pick that right foot up so that I don't feel it in my lower back. You may have to concentrate a little harder when you bring one of those legs up. And rest. Going back to our bicep curls. 5 seconds. After this, I'm gonna demo the next set, and go. Caught myself swinging a little bit. Let's slow it down. Focus on your reps. Just one more rep. and rest. All right. So, while we're resting here, we're gonna go into weighted reverse lunges or weighted lunges, it's up to you. All right, so we'll hold that weight in the front rack position. All right, I'm gonna do reverse lunges where I step back. It just feels better on my knees. You can step forward if you want. And we're alternating legs today. All right, so do as many lunges as you can in that 45-second time frame. And I'm gonna let you go that way. I'm gonna go this way.
Okay. Cool.
That way we can see
okay.
from side to side.
Gotcha.
All right, we have about 20 seconds. We have 45 seconds of lunges, 15 seconds of rest. Then we have shoulder to overhead. Shoulder press, push jerk, whatever you need to do to get the weight from your shoulder to overhead. All right? All right, here we go. And go. Staring Tiffany down. If your weight's heavy here, you're not gonna get a lot of reps in. If your weight's light, you'll probably get more reps in. My weight's a little heavy. Tiffany's is definitely heavy for her. Let us know when we're at 45 there, Tiff.
Okay. 10 seconds left. And rest.
So, next one is going to be that shoulder press or push press. Anything that goes from the shoulder to overhead. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. As you press overhead, keep that core tight, glutes are engaged. This is why we worked on warming those shoulders up earlier. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Minute 15 rest. Shake those arms out. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Tiffany's so glad she came this morning.
I didn't get as much sleep as this one. But glad to be here.
It's nice not to be talking to myself while we're doing the workout. Actually, I'm talking to you, you just can't respond. All right, we got about 30 seconds here. We're going back to our lunges. Heart rate is up.
I know.
That doesn't say it's up.
It doesn't, yeah.
Feels like it's up. Could be the allergies.
Oh.
All right, we got 10 seconds here. We're going back to our lunges. Go ahead and grab your weight. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go.
$15 seconds. And rest.
Whew.
Oh my God.
Starting to feel it in those front delts after doing shoulder presses.
F.
Liar. It's one of those days where I feel like my heart rate's way higher than it is.
It's only 15 seconds, right?
Oh yeah.
Sorry guys.
My bad. And go. They're not gonna mind the extra 15-second rest. "15 seconds. Actually, not quite yet. I'm gonna shake mine out here. "10 seconds. And take that minute 15 rest. We have one more set of those. One more set. And then we're gonna go over the movements for the workout, the structure of the workout. Not that you're not working out already. And then we'll get it going. Ooh. Ooh. We're going to be finishing the workout right at the bottom of the hour here. So if you're able to hang out with us for 5 to 7 minutes to stretch everything out a little bit. We still got 15 seconds here. "10 seconds. Go ahead and grab your weight. Get ready. Last set of lunges. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Feeling that bike from yesterday. 30 seconds. Oh, shoulders are on fire. We're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Rest. Shake that out. Not much rest here. We're going in 5 seconds. And go. Shoulder press or push press like what Tiffany's doing. Like what I'm getting ready to go into. Whew.
15 seconds.
5 seconds. Let's get one more in. And rest. Woo. Shake it out.
Great job, guys.
That was a little rough. All right, so if you didn't look at the workout, follow along with me real close on the structure of the workout. We've done something similar to it before, but not quite as much as we're doing it today. All right? So, we actually have 3 circuits to do to get, or yeah, 3 circuits to do before you get through the whole set. All right, we're gonna start off with 10 goblet squats. So we're gonna hold our weight in that front rack position, all right? Or if you have a dumbbell, you might wanna hold it in this position here, all right? We're gonna do 10 squats, all right? Then we're gonna go into 3 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. 3, okay? Then we're gonna go back to our goblet squats for 10. Then we're gonna do 6 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. 10 goblet squats, 9 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. 10 goblet squats, 12 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. Once you get done with those 12 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls, we're gonna go to 10 alternating snatches or ground overhead. All right, so we're taking a weight from here, going overhead, back down, go to the other side. Okay, 10 times, 5 on each side. Then you're gonna do 3 Bentover Rows, either single arm, 3 on each arm, or if you have a heavy weight or a slam ball, you're gonna do 3 Bentover Rows. Then you're gonna go back to 10 alternating snatches, 6 Bentover Rows. 10 alternating snatches, 9 Bentover Rows. 10 alternating snatches, 12 Bentover Rows. Then when you get done with that set of 12, you're gonna come to the ground, you're gonna do 20 shoulder taps, 10 reach backs, bring your butt all the way back down to plank, and then when you're done, you go right back to the top. Still gonna be time on the clock, still gonna be work to do. We're going through this whole thing for 20 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna be calling it out to you. So keep those ears open, on standby, waiting for the next cue. If you get ahead of me, just know that we're doing 10 goblet squats, then 3, then 10, then 6, then 10, then 9, then 12, and then moving on to snatches. 3 snatches, 6 snatches, 9 snatches, 12. All right? I hope everyone got that. We're going in 45 seconds here. I'm gonna take this mat, move it out of the way, and slide. Yeah, slide yours to the side if you want. Oh wait, it's out of the way. 30 seconds. And Monty, I will do a round with the slam ball with you. I'm not gonna start, but I will do a round with you like I always do. All right. So remember, we're going in 10 seconds here. Go ahead and grab that weight. We got 10 squats, 3 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls, and go. Remember, this is a grind. You don't want to just blow out these squats because you're going to find yourself doing a ton of them. Once you're done with those squats, widen those feet out. 3 Sumo deadlift Hi-Pulls. Keep those shoulders back nice and flat, and then right back into your squats. Then we're going to 6 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. Shake my arms out a little bit. Still got a long ways to go. Pace myself. 10 more squats. And then we'll be going into 9 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. Widen those feet out. So you have your squat stance, and then you'll have your sumo stance. Drive those elbows up. Once you're done there, back to your squats for 10, and then Sumo DL Hi-Pulls for 12. Whew, starting to feel it already. Ooh. Shake it out when you need to. After those 10 squats, widen those feet out to a sumo position. 12 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls. If you get ahead of me, you're going to 10 alternating snatches, 3 Bentover Rows on each arm. If you have a heavy weight, just on 3 Bentover Rows. I don't mind you getting ahead of me. Good for you. Ooh, man. 10 alternating snatches time. There's a 25 right here if you need it. You need it?
Yeah, here, feel that.
There you go. All right, then you're going into your Bentover Row. 3 on each arm. A little strength work in the middle of our conditioning. And you'll be going back to your snatches. Whew. Ooh, man. 6 on each arm.
Just let them all.
Ooh.
You got this, guys?
Ooh, man.
Just keep moving.
Tiffany's here. I can't cheat and go to a lighter weight. Whew. Back to those snatches. And then 9 Bentover Rows. Whew. I don't think we're 6 feet apart there, Tiff. No, I'm just kidding. Whew. Whew.
Just breathe, guys.
We got 9s?
Yep.
Oh. I'm gonna try to join you, Monty. Can't promise anything. Oh. Oh. Oh.
12 minute rows, guys.
Shit. Wow. We'll bleed that one out. Whew.
Do your 12, guys.
As soon as you're done with your 12,
20.
20 reach backs, or 20 shoulder taps, 10 reach backs, and you go right back to the top on the squats. Start all over. Ha. Whew. Wow. Not sure I want to get back there.
I was halfway done, guys. Start back to the top.
I was just getting ready to say, if you're wondering where you're at on time, wherever you think you are, you're not close.
Nope. So, you know.
Just keep moving. Whew. Find a spot where I won't slide and fall on my face.
After you take all the squats, 3 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls, guys. You got this.
Ooh. Ooh, I feel those. Oh, man. Oh.
And 6.
Make sure you widen those feet out on those sumo. Drive those elbows up. Shake those arms out when you need to. Take a break when you need to. And then get back to work when you can. Oh.
Just keep moving, guys. You got this.
Oh. Stalling because I don't want to do snatches again. Oh. We're right there with you. Heart rate's up. Wondering, am I gonna make it through? You're gonna make it through.
You are, guys.
Oh. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. It's a nice sounding number.
All right.
Whew. Not the number you want to hear, but better than 10 minutes to go.
Yep. Guys, here's those 12 Sumo DL Hi-Pulls back to snatches.
Ooh.
10 alternating snatches.
If you need to resort to a hanged overhead, go right ahead. So before I do my hanged overhead, I'll be here. Once you start getting tired, you can use that one weight and go overhead with it like that instead of alternating. Gives you an opportunity to catch your breath, let your muscles lunge recover, and then you can go alternating after that if you want. Oh man, crap. Back to the snatches.
Got 4 minutes. Got this.
All I'm worried about now is not letting this weight drop on my head. I'm so sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. 10 alternating snatches, 3 rows, 10, 6, 10, 9, 10, 12. If you're doing single arms, 3 on each side. Just dripping. Someone got to turn this faucet off. We got 3 minutes to go.
Got this, guys.
Oh.
You're on with me, guys. We're on 9.
Ha. 2 minutes.
Got this, guys. Oh. Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Get these 12 in, guys. You got it. Come on.
Oh. Got 1 minute to go. Hang in there. Ah. 40 seconds.
20 shoulder taps, guys. Come on. Reach back.
Ten seconds. And rest.
Oh.
Take a couple minutes.
Good job, guys.
Walk it out.
Made it. Oh. Oh. Great job, guys.
Awesome job. We got a lot of shoulder work, posterior chain work. So we're going to start off with the back and hips. So just start with those feet flat on the floor, hands out to the side. And I want you to practice pulling your belly button in, pushing your small part of your back into the ground, and then relaxing. Squeeze that belly button, push the small part of your back into the ground, relax. We're gonna do 10 of these. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On that last one, hold. Straighten your left leg out while you're keeping that belly button pulled in. Bring the right leg to your chest, keeping the small part of your back pressed into the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, and let everything go. Let that knee pull into your chest. Hopefully you feel that in your glute or your hip a little bit. Now we're going to take those hands, clasp them behind your knee, and we're going to flex the leg, driving the heel towards the ceiling, and then back down. 10 times.
Legs so straight.
Yep. All right, go ahead and set that foot down. So bring both of those feet back, planted firmly on the ground. Pull that belly button in again, press the small part of your back into the floor. Straighten the right leg out, bring the left knee into your chest, still pressing down in the mid part of the back. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and let everything go. So this bottom leg here, we want that foot active and flexed out. We don't want it relaxed and flopped out to the side. All right, hands behind the knee. Clasp your hands. Try to keep them together as much as you can. I know they're sweaty. Mine are kind of sliding all over the place. We're doing 10 here. All right, bring those feet back to the floor. All right, now we're going to take the left ankle over the right knee, reach through. You can either grab the knee or grab the front of the knee or behind the knee. I'm going to grab behind the knee so I can take this elbow and press out against this hip here. If you can't quite get a hold here, you're really, really tight, you can leave that foot on the floor, take your left hand and press it against that left knee, opening up the left hip, and you can actually actively push against it and then relax. Push against it and then relax. All right, a little P&F work here. Whichever one feels best to you. We'll be here for another 5 to 10 seconds. Even in this position right here, we're still pressing the small part of the back into the floor. Belly button's pulled in. Core is engaged. Go ahead and relax, set those feet down. Windshield wiper those knees side to side here. All right, just get a little movement to the thoracic spine. Then we're gonna take that right ankle across the left knee. Again, you can start out, this side's really tight on me, so I'm gonna start out with that P&F work. I'm gonna press against that knee. I'm gonna press against it and then relax. And press against it and relax. Press, relax, press, relax. And if you notice, you're tricking your muscle into getting a little bit more range of motion here. Right, so the knee's gonna open, or hips are gonna open up a little bit more. The knee's gonna get further and further away from your body. And when you're about 90, or not 90 degrees, but if your knee is almost lined up with your ankle here, that's a good spot where you can go in and grab and stretch that hip out. That way the pain or the stretch isn't so intense. You loosen it up a little bit. Still pressing that small part of your back into the floor, belly button's pulled in. Five more seconds here. Go ahead and relax. Feet to the ground, hands to the side, windshield wiper those legs. Still working that thoracic spine a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna flip over and we're gonna get into our child's pose. Feet together, toes together, balls of the feet together, whatever. All right, widen those knees out as much as you can. All right, so we're gonna be here. Widen those knees out as much as you can. Drive the hips back, get down nice and slow. All right, let those hips sink down into the heels. We're gonna hang out here.
Forever.
Huh?
Forever.
It's gonna feel like forever. Yeah, a little extra padding on his knee. All right, so we're gonna take the right hand, slide it out to the right side, take the left hand on top. So your left hip's gonna pop up a little bit. Now we're gonna take a nice deep breath, and we're going to set our left hip down into our heels, or pushing our left hip towards our ankle. All right, so we can stretch out the low back, the groin, the lats, the shoulder complex here. Just getting a nice stretch in. Couple more deep breaths. Just letting that left hip sink into the heels. Take that left hand, we're gonna work our way to the left side, right hand on top. Now we're dropping the left or the right hip into the right heel. Just breathing here, letting those hips open up, letting that low back stretch, letting the hips stretch out, lats, shoulders. Work it back to the middle, and we're gonna come up nice and slow. All right, I'm gonna shift my hips forward so it's not so hard to come out of. Bring those knees together. All right. Whew.
Just a puddle.
I'm afraid to stand up right now. A little dizzy.
Just puddling over here, guys.
So we'll do our cross body stretch here, just on our knees in this kneeling position. Take right hand across the front, taking our time to stand up, so you don't get lightheaded here. Pull those shoulders down and away from the ears and face. And take this hand, place it between your shoulder blades. Pull back. Again, don't lean back with it. Keep that core tight, rib cage is pulled down, glutes are engaged. And then from here, we're just gonna continue to pull to the side. A little extra stretch. If you want, you can take that hand, we can reach down to the side, and we can do a kneeling, kind of like side angle stretch here. All right, and come back up, left arm across the front. Pull those shoulders down and away from the ears and the face. Place that hand between the shoulder blades, pull back. Continue to stretch and pull to the side. Again, if you want to do an extended side angle here, you can. Back up. All right, I'm going to try to work my way to my feet here. Hopefully I don't get dizzy. And we're going to take those hands, clasp them behind your back, press down, pull those shoulders down and away. Keep that core nice and tight. All right. Widen your feet out a little bit. We're going to dip that right ear to the right shoulder. And then slowly look down to the outside of the right foot. Just outside the right foot. So you're dipping your head and your eyes and everything towards that right shoulder. Stretching the back of the neck, and then staying in that position, just transitioning and looking out towards the ceiling. You hit the front of the neck. Back to neutral. Slowly make your way to the left side. Ooh. This side is tight. Keep pressing down on the back. Take those eyes, look outside that left foot if you can. If you're really tight like I am, I'm not quite making it there, but I'm trying. Slowly look up towards the ceiling, stretch the front of the neck out. Back down. All right, and then we're gonna shake it out. And that will end our Wednesday hump day, get after it beat down. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Nice job.
You too. Great job, guys.
Like always, get the workout in. It'll be up on YouTube by 10 o'clock. Post, give comments, let us know how it was. What was your calorie burn? Share it with us on Instagram, Facebook. We'll repost it and kind of let us know how you're feeling after today. All right? Have a wonderful Wednesday. Happy hump day. We'll see you on Friday.